Okay, good afternoon. Today I'm going to present my presentation for you guys. So, my presentation topic is adjustments and trade-offs in project management, presented by myself. This is Tech 4400, Professor Gott, BGSU. This project is due on the 18th of November. Sometimes we may face various setbacks and need to plan effectively on what to do next. This is where your adjustments and trade offs come into play. I believe that this is essential in being an effective project manager in the field. We're going to go on to our next slide. All right, so the series of topics on the agenda, we're going to go over the introduction. I'm going to define what some adjustments, what adjustments are, um, what trade-offs are in project management. We're going to go over some possible examples and some challenges project managers may face within the field. I'm going to present some possible solutions for you all. I'm going to also talk about the importance of having adjustments and trade-offs in the project management field. Finally, I'm going to summarize everything up for you all, provide my conclusion, and finally list the references. So first, I'm going to start off with a little quote by Steve Jobs. I thought this was very attention grabbing for me, and it kind of is good in setting the foundation on what we're going to learn today. Um, Sometimes, in order to succeed, we have to make unplanned and unexpected changes along the way. Allowing ourselves to be dynamic and flexible not only enables growth, but is essential in allowing our projects to flourish. Expecting for the best and planning for the worst are the two main principles of project management. So, what is an adjustment within project management? The simple definition is an adjustment is a small altercation or movement made to achieve a desired fit, appearance, or result. Um, this is like bottom line what an adjustment is. I don't think it gets any simpler than that. All right. What is a trade-off in project management? A trade-off is a situational decision that involves diminishing or losing one quality, quantity, or property of a set in project management in return for gains in other aspects. In simple terms, a trade-off is where one thing increases and another must decrease. Next slide. All right, in project management, what is considered an adjustment and trade-off? I'm going to provide examples and possible challenges. So, project management adjustment examples and challenges include reevaluating work breakdown schedules, fixing the critical path, and I'm going to provide you all with the textbook definition of the critical path, just to remind you guys what that is. Um, so the critical path is a set of tasks that determines the total project duration. It is the longest path in a project. So sometimes we need to adjust this to make sure that we're meeting our goals. Um, we also need to sometimes consider changing PM task assignments, reconsider underlying tasks, and we could also extend or shorten deadlines, as well as resource allocation. Project management trade-off examples and possible challenges include switching personnel based on specific skill sets, financial and project trades, as well as switching resources. Sometimes we may have someone that has a specific skill set on a different shift or on a different schedule. Sometimes we may need to grab them and pull them on to our schedule just so that we can meet whatever objectives that we have. But here are some examples of what adjustments and trade-offs are or can be within the field. All right, adjustments and structures. So here I provided graphs of simple work breakdown structures for you all. Adjustments in the work breakdown structure, including scheduling, assigning different tasks, making fixes to plans already presented, can all be necessary to accomplish a project within an allocated time frame. So I just wanted to provide these graphs to remind you guys what that could look like. More solutions when faced with project management difficulties. I have 5 solutions that you guys could possibly use if you come across any sort of issues when planning your project. 1, you can assign more employees to the project, in particular, those to adjust the critical path, which I explained earlier. 2, you can outsource one or more tasks to qualified vendors or suppliers. You could buy instead of build components whose development will add time to the schedule. You could shift resources from one organization to another. Finally, you can make necessary trade-offs initially visible, and that involves stakeholders in their resolution. So those are some possible solutions. All right, so why use adjustments and trade-offs in project management? First, making an adjustment and or trade-off is essential in providing a backup plan, a plan B, when certain expectations aren't being met. Successful project managers use trade-offs between the scope, schedule, cost, risk, and quality when they assess problems and changes to the project plan. These changes can be extremely imperative. Please note that problems that arrive should always be communicated with the sponsor and stakeholders. So in summary, adjustments and trade-offs are necessary in effectively completing a project or task. Work breakdown schedules may reveal that company personnel are incapable of completing certain tasks. Scheduling may also indicate that the project cannot be finished within an allocated allotted time frame anticipated by key stakeholders. Faced with these challenges, the project manager, sponsor, and team members must make adjustments and trade-offs. There are numerous options for getting a project to fit with constraints like time and skill. Utilizing the solutions presented will not only help in creating a successful project manager, it will also help the team achieve any and all set goals. In conclusion, successful project managers should always prepare for the worst and utilize adjustments and trade-offs along the way. I'll end with a quote by Dwight D. Eisenhower that states, "Plans are worthless. Planning is essential." So that is all that I have for you guys today. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Finally, here are my references.